Coverage of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured with the Harvest Valley Pest Control, they're using kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel. We saved the best for last. We're meeting the top 10 candidates for the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant. And joining us now, we have Yasmin Perez. She's the daughter of Santiago Perez and Isabet Torres. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. This is so exciting.
Before I get to my list of questions, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a Running Start student. I go to Eastmont High School and WVC. That experience has been filled with so much fun, and Apple Blossom so far has been very fun too.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
I decided to run honestly because I had followed the past royalty with all the events that they got to do. I'm like, oh, that looks like so much fun. I would love to do that. And honestly, I was very nervous. I was very iffy at first. But actually, my friends were encouraging me, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a try. If I make it, I make it, you know?
So how old were you when you first kind of went, oh, wow, look at that?
I feel, because at a very young age, we would always go to the parade, and we have the same spot we would always sit every year. It was kind of next to, I can't even describe that, I have the picture in my head, but we'd always be there, and as a little girl, I would watch the princesses, the floats, the horses, everything. It was so pretty, and just being a little girl and seeing them in a dress is wow, that's a princess right there.
Sure.
That's so exciting.
That's awesome. You say in your bio that you job shadow at dentist offices more than one?
Yeah.
Okay. So why? What's your interest in dental work?
Yes, so I started job shadowing at the dental offices because I hope to hopefully one day become a dental hygienist. And with that, I did the job shadowing there just to get to see more one-on-one of how the patient and the dental hygienist interact. And I feel with those experiences, I was able to see just how much of a community is not only within the workers themselves, but with the patient and the worker as well.
So did you have a good experience at the dentist,
yes.
Or do you know somebody that works in the hygienist field, or how did that become an interest for you?
Yeah, so I was thinking about the medical field. I was set on that. But I found myself every time I would go to the dentist, I was like, this is kind of cool. I would love to do this. So then I did my research. I did some shadowing on my own just to see how it would be. And then I knew it was for me just because of, I was learning, especially I feel the dental offices I went to, they were the family dental. They're they're kind of close to the college, but I went to them and they were super sweet. They're the reason I'm this is it, because they were just so helpful. I learned so much. They took the time to show me their models and what every little example was. It was really exciting.
Okay, all right, that's awesome. You say in your bio that you like to hike a little bit. So what's your favorite hike in the Wenatchee Valley?
My favorite hike would have to be Silver Falls. It was one of the first hikes that I had. My aunt took me with my two aunts, my cousin and my sister, and it was so much fun. The view is actually beautiful. If you guys haven't tried it, it's so beautiful. There's a bunch of flowers or little waterfalls, and the top is so worth it. The waterfall is huge, and I was this tiny in the little picture. It was so much fun.
Bring your bug spray if you go.
Oh yes.
Depending on the time of year.
Very true.
Yeah, the mosquitoes can be awfully bad up there at times. So this process is daunting.
Yes.
Is there a part of it that you fear the most?
I think this comes with just being such a public figure, going from just being just a normal teenager, doing whatever, to actually being seen by others as an important role model. I think that just making sure I have the proper etiquette, make sure I present myself well. I think that is what makes me most nervous.
Okay, all right. If I went to your best friend and
Yes.
said, okay, tell me about Yasmin, what would they say?
They would definitely have to say I talk a lot. As you guys can see, I tend to talk and talk and talk. That's how I've been ever since I was a little girl. I love to start a good conversation. I love a good laugh. I mean, oh, and when I laugh, I tend to be all over the place. I can't just stay still. I'm like laughing down here, I'm laughing up here. It's a whole mess.
Well, that kind of goes to my next question because it's about laughter. And what makes you laugh every time, no matter what?
Oh, that's hard. I'm the type of person who would laugh almost about everything. So what can make me laugh? A person who always tends to make me laugh regardless is my little brother and my little sister, Isaac and Briella. They are such like goofballs, and when they're together, it's a whole mess. Like it's like it doesn't even make sense what they're saying, but it's so funny. It's so cute. They always make me laugh.
I forgot to ask you when we're talking about your best friend or friends. Would you like to tell us who your best friend is or friends right now?
Ooh, my best friends would definitely have to be one of the Apple Blossom girls right now, probably Mia, because I feel like I've grown to know her very well right now. And we get to like do all this awesome stuff together, which is so much fun. And then another friend I've had for a very long time is Alan. He's very fun, and I feel like with him I can just be myself, we can have fun and just live life to the fullest.
With this process for Apple Blossom and all of the education you're getting and all of the different things that go into it, what's the hardest part for you?
With like the Apple Blossom process in general? Yeah. I would say time management, because it is a lot, but it's genuinely so rewarding. It's not something I would like push aside in a sense. Like it is a lot, but it's very rewarding. And I think as time has gone by, I've learned to like manage my time better and just learn to be more in the moment and just enjoy everything that's going on.
I think this had to do with your top 10 speech. You talked about your little sister, right?
Yes.
And it says in your bio that if you could trade places with anybody, it would be your 3-year-old sister. Why?
Well, like I said, this girl's a goofball and she talks a lot like me. My family used to call me a perica, which is a parrot in Spanish, and they just talk and talk and talk and talk. And that's how she is too, and she's so smart. She's 3 years old, so she's very tiny, but this girl can talk to you about anything. You can have a conversation with her. She's genuinely so smart. She surprises me with the stuff she comes up with.
And I guess trading places with a 3-year-old would take a lot of responsibility off your plate for at least a day,
100%.
right?
I mean, you're just chilling, eating some snacks, watching some TV, basically.
Okay, all right, that's good. With the workplace, you work at Olive Garden.
Yes, I do.
We could say that, okay. What's your favorite part about working there?
100% the people. Right off the bat, when I was starting, this was my first job, so I was kind of nervous, trying to make a good impression. But the people were just so welcoming. If I was confused and I was like, how the heck do I do this? They were helping me. And they just made me feel comfortable with asking for help. And the environment itself is very nice. I get around people my age so I can talk to them easily. The manager's awesome. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Okay, well the slogan is, what is it, when you're here, you're family, so it must feel,
Oh, yes.
feel like family.
100%. They live by that slogan and they stand by it proudly.
Is there a question that I didn't ask you that you wished I would have?
That's a good question.
I'm sure you thought about coming in here today and what kind of questions I might ask you. What did I not ask you that you were really ready for?
Honestly, I was expecting for those questions like, what's your favorite part about Apple Blossom, about the Valley? I was ready for that one. I was like, oh, let's go.
Okay, all right, that's good. Well, best of luck to you in this whole process, and
Thank you.
congratulations on reaching the top 10. That's a big thing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Yasmin Perez joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel, our 10th and final candidate for the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant coming your way on Saturday, February 8th. We'll have our pregame, if you will, the countdown to coronation at 6:30, and of course the pageant at 7 o'clock. Join yours truly and Julie Agins-Kuntz of Queen from 1974 here on the broadcast as well on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. Coverage of the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by Together for Youth. They'd like to encourage you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org.